In what is being seen as a major diplomatic achievement for the Indian government, Bangladesh has handed over former ULFA General Secretary Anup Chetia to India. According to sources, JP Singh from the Indian Embassy took charge of his custody around 2 this morning and will be brought over to Delhi later today. Besides Chetia, two other ULFA leaders, Lakshmi Prasad Goswami and Babul Sharma, were also handed over to India. Anup Chetia was the General Secretary of the banned outfit and is wanted by the Assam police in connection with several cases of murder, extortion and abduction. Chetia was arrested in Bangladesh in 1997 for illegally entering the country with a fake passport. He is also believed to have been in possession of currency from 16 countries at the time of his arrest. While India has been seeking Chetia's handover since 1997, the Bangladesh government had refused to do so in the absence of an extradition treaty with India. Chetia's return to India was imminent in July 2013, but Dhaka took a firm stand on the deputation asking India for ratification of the border agreement. However, sources have told India today that Chetia was handed over after Prime Minister Modi's personal intervention. Right, a huge breakthrough in this case. ULFA's former General Secretary Anup Chetia, wanted in India for several crimes including murder and extortion, was handed over to Indian officers in Bangladesh. According to sources, JP Singh from the Indian Embassy took custody of Chetia at about 2 this morning. He will be brought back to Delhi later today. Now, besides Chetia, we're also being told two other ULFA leaders, identified as Lakshmi Prasad Goswami and Babul Sharma, were also handed over to India. Let's get a word from Subir Bhaumik, senior journalist, who's with us on the phone line. Thanks so much for speaking to us, Subir. How important is this breakthrough for India?
Well, first, let me tell you that I just sought a reaction from the Bangladesh Home Minister, Mr. Asaduzzaman Khan Kamal, and he says he has no knowledge of this handover. He says, when did this take place? He seemed a bit surprised. Maybe he's trying to hint at the fact that the handover has actually not taken place or in the offing, but he insisted on saying, he did say that I am not aware of the handover having taken place. So let me put that straight. But assuming that the handover has happened or is likely to happen in the next few hours, this is an important development because this may give depending on what Anup Chetia does after he comes back, apart from the cases and all that, it is going to be very important how he plays into the Assam peace process, because as you know, ULFA is a divided house now. It is not what it was when Anup Chetia went to jail in 1997. One faction led by Chairman Arvind Rajkhwa is talking to the government of India, and negotiations have made some progress, though not to the extent that will make Mr. Rajkhwa happy. The other faction led by the military wing chief Paresh Barua is in the jungles of Myanmar. They are still carrying on their armed struggle, quote unquote. So Anup Chetia is a very important factor, depending on which faction he aligns to, and that will give that will make a lot of impact on the Assam peace process. Now, Arvind Rajkhwa has already said that Anup Chetia should be brought back immediately from Bangladesh. Some days back he said this to journalists in Assam, that he should be brought back because he will be an important factor in this peace negotiations. He will carry it forward. Anup Chetia has been in jail for the last 17 years and he has had nothing to do with the ULFA has been doing in the last 17 years, but he carries a lot of weight because he is one of the few founding members of the ULFA. He's also a cousin of Paresh Barua. His actual name is Gulab Barua. He is not Anup Chetia. Anup Chetia is his party name. So if Rajkhwa is actually banking on the fact that Anup Chetia will play ball with his faction, and if he does that, then it will be a big jolt for Paresh Barua, because Anup Chetia being his cousin, if he goes over to the pro-Talks faction, that will be a shot in the arm for both Mr. Rajkhwa and also to an extent the Indian government, who is trying to negotiate with the Rajkhwa faction in a bid to isolate Paresh Barua.
All right, Mr. Subir Bhaumik, thanks so much for speaking to India today and putting this news development in perspective for us. Subir Bhaumik also telling us that the Bangladesh government has still not come out with a clarification as to whether or not Chetia has actually been handed over to Indian agencies.